Today is May 16th, 2023. Now, why is that significant? Well, on May 16th, 2022, I was at my first day of college orientation in my freshman year. As many of you guys know, and as you can probably tell, I am not in college. Well, what happened in between that time? Let's actually go back to May 14th of 2022. That is the day that I graduated high school. 2 days later, I went to college orientation for my freshman year, and I got there and everyone was hyped up. Everyone was going crazy, having fun. College is starting, new opportunities, we're free from public school, blah, blah, blah. And I sat there on the way to the car, into the building, just knowing that I did not fit in there. Not that I was greater than everyone else in there, but my visions, my dreams, and my energy did not align with those people. So they have different speakers up on stage. They're giving away free gifts, free this, free that, and telling you to join the Facebook community. And I just sat there and I just was so disconnected to everything that was going on. So uninterested, which is weird. Because I grew up my whole high school career, most of it, being a kid that turns his homework in on time, a kid that has to get 102 points on his tests, a kid that gets all straight A's, and if he didn't, he would like have a panic attack, right? The main speaker got on the stage. I don't think it was the dean of the college, but it was like the person that's really over the freshman class. And she got up there and she said,
"Guys, aren't you ready for college? It starts in 60 days. College starts in 60 days.
You know what I did? I pulled out my phone and I wrote in my notes, I have 60 days to do whatever it takes to not go to college. That is how determined I was. That is how furious I was with my current state. So wrote that down in my notes, and then we all toured the college and we toured our classes in which we signed up for or was about to sign up for. So I was going to college for a business degree, so we went to the business whatever and we sat there and listened to the guy. The guy was this bigger guy, never ran a business in his life, and talked about how great of a businessman he was. And that's when it really set in, and it's like, this does not make sense to me. This is not where I want to be. I don't think I'm actually going to benefit from this. So after that, we left that room and we went to the computer lab and signed up for our classes. And I remember just like signing up classes and I was like, English class, geography, like just these random classes. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. So what I did is I signed up for those classes. But I signed up for those classes having that ultimatum in mind. 60 days, Nick. 60 days to do whatever the it takes. So as I left college orientation, I was with my dad. We talked about it. Oh yeah, Dad, I'm thinking about, maybe doing this class online here, or this class here. And, I'm going to go to this class at 9 a.m., like kind of playing the motions, right? The second I got home, I laid down everything, put down everything, and I started writing out my roadmap to success. I kid you not. I cannot tell you how sick to my stomach it made me feel that I knew I was well on my way going to college. Once again, it's not that my visions, my dreams, or goals were necessarily better than anyone. I believe that God created us all equally. Therefore, I am not greater than anyone, but my dreams, my visions, and my aspirations did not align with the college agenda. Now, I didn't necessarily know what that was going to be, but over time, which I'm about to tell you, is how it all came about. So with all of that said, the entire summer of last year, guys, literally a year ago, I was at home. I was making no money. I was doing my own thing. Like nothing was that crazy about me. But all summer I locked in. I identified what my talents were, what value I provided to people, and what value and talents I can acquire and learn and network and have mentors for. Now, I will say before all this, I had my own media business locally in my hometown, which kind of set the tone and already gave me a few opportunities here and there. So I kind of connected the dots and I was like, okay, I can do content, I can capture things, I can provide value to people, I can help them advertise. But I did not have this business mind at all of like exchanging value and making money from it and ultimately growing them and knowing things like OKRs or KPIs or ICAs, all this different stuff. I didn't know about any of that stuff. So all summer I locked in, and I'm going to start preaching to you now. You have to do whatever it takes to get to where you want to be. If you truly want it, you're going to sacrifice relationships. You're going to sacrifice friendships. You're going to use all the time, all the energy and all the money that you have to get to that point. And if you don't, you truly do not want it. You know what I did all summer? I used every single dollar that I had, which was actually a few thousand, a couple racks, all of my savings, all of the money that I made, and I invested it into courses. I invested it into flights to network with people. I invested every single penny I had because I knew that's what it was going to take. Not only did I invest money, I invested my time. I would stay up every single night till 3 a.m. learning, grinding, pulling my hair out, stressing, feeling sick because I knew college was getting closer every single day. Not only did I have to sacrifice those things, I had to sacrifice relationships and friendships. Now, I haven't been in a relationship in about 2 years, so this isn't really applicable, but that relationship and the hurt and the heartbreak that I got from that breakup did ultimately spark this aspirational side of me, this disciplined side of me, this side of me that funneled energy into something greater. Now, we're all born with a flesh, and our flesh wants to fill our lives with temporary things that feel good, drinking, partying, hooking up. But I'm a firm believer that you have to fill it with concrete things, and most of those things are delayed gratification. For me, that was the gym, that was praying, that was meditating, that was reading. All these different things is what I started to do. Now, that's besides the point, but I did already have this mentality inside of me, and I kept growing it, and I really got in the gym. I really got into self-improvement. I really got into reading. So with all that said, I had to be around people that did that exact same thing, if not better, if not more extreme, because those were the type of people I aspired to be. Those were the type of people that were gonna push me. NF, the famous rapper, lives here in Nashville. He said in one of his songs, surround yourself with people that challenge how you think, not people that just nod their head and act like they agree, because those are the same people that'll cut you open just to watch you bleed. It's facts. You have to put yourself around people that are going to push you, that are going to motivate you, that are going to make you disciplined, that are going to keep you accountable. Not people that go out and party, people that just drink all the time, smoke, that just have no higher purpose in life. Not saying that you're better than them, but your dreams and aspirations actually lead to something more fulfilling, more impactful, and more valuable. So with all of that said, guys, a year ago is when I really locked in and I said I'm going to do whatever it takes. Now that entire summer, like I said, I bought courses, invested. Every single night, guys, I was watching YouTube. I was watching these guys like Grayson Lupez, Iman Gadji, Hamza, all these people, because they've done it. They've been through it. And that's what you have to do, is you have to consume things that are going to get you to where you want to go, and you have to tune out things that are not. It's the simple law of attraction. It's one of the first videos I made when I started picking up success. And if you haven't watched that, I highly suggest it, because you're probably in the same position I was when I made that video. I had no clients at the time. I had no business. But the law of attraction states that you are going to attract that in which you are at the same vibrational state as, and on the flip side, you're going to repel that in which is not at the same vibrational state in which you are at. So the people, the situations, the opinions, all these things that aren't at your level, you're going to repel it. Even if they're higher, you're going to repel it. You know, you're probably at a point where you can't go to these parties with these rich people and network. You know, I'm sort of blessed to be kind of at that point, but when I started out, I was not there because the value in which I had was not at that level yet. So I go to say all of this to you guys, that a year ago, I was truly just a normal kid, just got out of high school, had a few talents, but ultimately had a drive to do whatever it took to not go to college. Now, maybe some of you guys want to go to college, completely fine, but really dig deep and see what visions, goals, and values you have. You see, success is great, but I do not chase success. I don't necessarily chase money. I don't chase the girls. I could care less about the nice cars, all that stuff. But what fuels me, what I truly chase, is one, to be greater, to be a vessel, because I believe I was created by God, and it is my duty as his creation to persistently pursue my full potential. So that's one thing that I chase. But I do chase the success. But what I truly chase in the success is freedom. And guys, how do you get freedom in today's day and age, or any day and age? Money. Money gives you location freedom. Money can give you time freedom. Money gives you financial freedom. That's how you level up in life. As sad as it is, maybe you want to call it, but money money makes you free. So I chase that freedom. I don't want to be bound to a 9-to-5 job. I want to be able to have a successful, happy, and healthy family. I want to be able to impact you guys through my downfalls, through my failures, through my trials, and also my success. That is freedom to me. And I can't get to that freedom and I can't achieve more freedom if I don't have more money. And the way I get more money is by providing more value in my business, in my life. In exchange, people will give you money for that value. That's how the world turns. You're hungry? What do? You go to McDonald's. Some of you guys go to McDonald's, eat some seed oils, and you exchange money for that burger. Well, what does McDonald's do? Well, they go and take that money and maybe they pay an advertising team to advertise. You see how money is just an exchange of value. Or they buy a new ice cream machine because that thing never works. And now they have a new ice cream machine that makes ice cream. And now McDonald's is more valuable because their ice cream machine works and you and all your friends are in the drive-thru eating all the ice cream. So I'm kind of going on a tangent, but guys, if you truly want to be great, if you want to be successful, if you want to be free, if you want to have a happy, healthy family, if you don't want to be controlled of work, go home, cook, sleep, be depressed, be sad, be ungrateful, be jealous. That's what the world is trained to do. Social media, these shows, these movies, that's what they train your mind to do. But that's not being free. You are bound to your mind. You're bound to others' opinions. You are bound to other people's success. So I'm telling you right now, as an 18-year-old at college orientation, I knew I wanted to be great. I knew I wanted to be free. But it's not that I knew that I wanted to. I already knew that I was free. I told myself that I was free. I told myself that I was great. I told myself that I was successful. And once I put it in my subconscious, it then went to my conscience and went into actions. And those actions were reading. Those actions were networking. Those actions were watching YouTube videos. Those actions were buying courses. And then what magically happened? I became more successful. And for those of you that don't know, I moved out of my house at 18 years old, out of the parents' basement, live in a skyrise apartment in Nashville, Tennessee. And I am blessed to be around the top dogs in the agency worlds, in Nashville, in the coaching worlds, all of this stuff. And it didn't just happen overnight. It happened because I told myself I was going to be great, but I didn't just tell myself. I knew I was great. And once I knew, I started acting upon it. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you believe you can't do it, if you believe you can't send 50 emails a day for your business, if you believe that you won't be free, you will not be free. Because if you're telling yourself you can't do it here, then you can't do it here. Where you are now is a reflection of your past thoughts and your past actions. So if you want to change your future, you can't change the past, you can't change the future, but you can change your present state. You can change the things you consume, the things you watch, the things you say, the things you surround yourself with. Once you change that, your future is going to change. I believe the perfect example is, think of a Lamborghini. Say I pulled up to a Lamborghini to your house right now. That Lamborghini is not a reflection of where I am now. That Lamborghini is a reflection of years or just months of hard work. It took years to build up that capital, years to build up that business, and now it's resulted into this Lamborghini. So once you start putting in the right thoughts, the right actions, the right mindset, then you're eventually going to get to where you are. And here's the beauty of it, guys. I've been around some very rich people, some very powerful people. And to most of you, it seems very intimidating or very out of your league. And it is. But here's the thing. Here's the beauty of leveling up, is that becomes natural to you. You're now DMing or texting the guys that you actually looked up to. You're now hanging out with these very super and powerful rich people. You know why that is? And you know why you're numb to it? Because you are at the same state as them. You're at the same vibrational level as them. You don't feel less than. You don't necessarily feel more than. And this is the biggest thing that I want you to keep in mind. For most of you guys, at least most of my audience, you guys run agencies, or you're trying to run agencies, or you want to do drop shipping, all this stuff. That's great. But I feel like most of you guys, you chase the money. Oh, I want to be partying in Miami. I want that girl all over me. I want to be drinking. Let me ask you, after years of doing that, what do you think that results in? Do you think that results in true fulfillment, true happiness, true value. Now, the reason I told you that is because, yes, I jumped into the agency world. The funny thing is I jumped into it not necessarily knowing anything about it. I was already doing content, short form content for some of my friends, stuff like that. And it so happens that people were starting agencies at the time. So honestly, I had no idea short form agency was a thing. I thought I was the first guy. Now, there were a few already out there, but I naturally fell into it. And I'm not saying that that's going to be the case for you, but if you're chasing the money, you're just going to keep chasing because money keeps moving. So I challenge you, if you have some type of vision you want to achieve, if you have some business goals or businesses you want to start, yes, focus on those goals, but focus within. You are what's going to separate you apart from everyone else. And I think of me like short form agencies. So many people are starting short form agencies, but why am I still successful in that aspect? I don't believe it's necessarily my agency. I believe it's because of me and who I am and the way I've cultured my team, the way I've cultured the branding of my agency. Because when you hop on a call with me, I'm the same exact person. Let's build your empire. I can't wait to help get you all these views and convert all these views into dollars and run this campaign. Like, I am happy and I'm ready to help them grow. Some of you guys don't have that mentality. You just want to get, but you get what you give in life. So my biggest challenge with all that stuff that I just said is focus on you and being valuable to other people. Doesn't mean be available. Be valuable, not available. So once again, there's tons of businesses out there, tons of people your age trying to do what everyone else is trying to do. But what's going to separate you apart is the fact that your end goal is not the money, that your end goal is freedom, that your end goal is providing value to other people, and that your end goal is to be the best version of yourself every single day. And once you truly, truly live that, once you truly breathe that every single day, it's going to reflect in your work. Guys, it's going to reflect in your words, your business, your prayers, your relationships. It's going to reflect. And the reason I say that, okay, maybe your prayers is all you ask. All you do is ask. All you do is ask. God, give me this, give me that. You don't thank him. Maybe in your relationships, all these new people you meet and you're networking with, you're thinking about, how can I get them as a client? How can I take this from them? Instead of actually providing value to them or just being quiet and listening. Like, you need to be aware of these things. But like I said, if your vision and your mission is to provide value, to be free, then it's gonna truly reflect throughout your relationships, your prayers, your businesses. So with all that said, I know for a fact you want to be great. Some of you don't want to go to college. Some of you want to retire your parents. Let's be fair. Some of you guys want a Lamborghini. Not judging at all. That's amazing if you can achieve that. I'm all for it. But how are you going to get there? What are your intentions? And what type of person are you going to be to get there? Because that's truly going to determine your path. You got to understand within yourself, or even create what your standards and values are, and truly judge, are they more temporary things that fill temporarily, but when the storm hits, it falls apart? Or are they concrete things? There's a story in the Bible, I think it's in Matthew 27, something like that, Matthew 26 or 27, and it talks about the wise man. He built his house upon a rock, upon a firm foundation. Now, this is actually an analogy on building your life on Christ, but it's still reflecting in real life. So building your life on these foundational things, right? Poor man, or I don't know how they refer it to him in the Bible, the poor man built his house upon sand. Well, what happened when the storm came? The house that was built on firm foundation, it stood the test of time. Lightning hit it, it was good. The wind hit it, it was good. The rain came, it was good. But the man that built his house on sand, that firm foundation, sand just washed away completely. So you need to ask yourself, what are your intentions? What are you going towards? What are you building yourself off of? Is it to prove your ex wrong? Are you building off of hate of other people, of jealousy, of proving other people wrong? Or are you building because you want to be rich and flash the money and flip people off on the yachts? Or is your true intentions to be free? I'll say for me, my intentions is to be free, to work wherever I want, to be available for someone down the road if I need to have a meeting whenever I want, to have a happy, healthy, and traditional family. That is what I want. That is my intentions. And I believe firmly that those are firm foundational things. And I've built my life, my traditions, my values, my habits on those things. And I believe the way in which I achieve success will follow that exact pattern. Now, I'm not saying if you build your vision, your traditions, your values off of these temporary things that you won't be successful. successful. I just don't think you'll be fulfilled, because you can't be fulfilled of things of this world. Let me say it again. You can't be fulfilled of things of this world. What happens when you die? What happens to this watch I'm wearing? What happens to my Hasbula shirt? It stays here and it turns into dust. Everything turns into dust. But you know what doesn't turn into dust? The impact that you have on the viewers behind your camera when you start your YouTube. You know what doesn't turn into dust? When you're actually providing value to a business, and now that business owner provide for their family and pay for their kids' school and pay for their vacation. So with all that said, and if you've made it this far, I'm truly proud of you, and I truly believe you want to be great, because I don't know how long this has been. It's been like 25 minutes. But if you made it this far, you truly want to be great. You'll do whatever it takes. You'll sacrifice whatever it takes. But I highly, highly recommend you analyze yourself, your intentions, and your values, because that's going to determine your success. You know, you can say I got lucky, but the harder you work, the more opportunities you create, luckier you get, my friend. If you want to run an agency, if you want to do drop shipping, I truly believe you can. But remember, there's a lot of competition out there, so you have to separate yourself apart. Well, how are you going to separate yourself apart? How did I separate myself apart? Was just by being me. Well, how did that separate me apart? Well, my values, my traditions, my visions. I didn't have to say it. I lived it, guys. I lived it, and I'm living it right now. And I hope this could be a testimony to you. If you truly want to be great, you will do whatever it takes. You will sacrifice that relationship you've been in for so long, but it's been holding you down. You will tune out all the distractions. You'll get rid of those high school relationships and friendships that truly provide no value to you. You'll stop drinking if that prohibits you from success. You'll start waking up early, cold showers, whatever it takes, you will do it. You will invest your last dollar. Oh, you don't have a last dollar. Well, you'll go work at McDonald's. You'll go work at Publix like I did to get that last dollar to fund it right back into your future. I'm telling you, and I might sound insane, and I could be blue in the face and just say it back to you with every excuse that you have. If you want to be great, you'll do whatever it takes. Empires are not built overnight, for they are built brick by brick consistently. Think of a wall, think of an empire. If that one brick at the bottom is off, if it's cracked, the rest of it's going to be all messed up. So you have to take it day by day, refining, growing, and building. This isn't truly a matter about having the most money or the material possessions. This is about having freedom. And the only way to get freedom is by providing value. So when you are persistently pursuing your full potential on this journey to get to that said benchmark, whether it's X amount of dollars or X amount of freedom, do whatever it takes to get there. So I challenge you, my friend, think back or think to now of things that are holding you back. Maybe friends that make fun of you for when you try to aspire and reach towards these goals. Think of relationships that control your mind or saturate your brain from achieving these amazing things. Think within your life and think of these things that are stopping you from getting there. Now what you do is you get rid of them. You reorder your life. The moment you stop chasing these temporary things is the moment you start attracting things that are truly fulfilling, things that are truly successful, things that are truly valuable. And I'm sorry that there's so many gurus and influencers out here, especially younger kids, making these TikToks or these courses left and right, just trying to take your money. Yes, I make videos about short form agencies and different types of outreaches and all that good stuff, but I'm trying to sit here and give you guys true value that you will not find in these courses, value that they won't teach you in school. This is value that you get through experiences. So I challenge you to take this in, to take notes on it. And I have no scripts for this video. I'm speaking straight from the heart. There's probably going to be barely any cuts in this video. So I said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to be great, you'll do whatever it takes to get to that vision, that goal. even if it means sacrificing your money, your time, your energy, and your sweet little relationships. Because remember, there's one of you, there's only going to be one of you. So why would you live to other people's opinions? Why would you let other situations hold you down from your full potential? And why would you let excuses within your own head, which is just the enemy, hold you back from your full potential? The enemy, which comes in many forms, is here to seek, kill, and destroy. Why is that? Because you're valuable, because you have potential. He'll seek, kill, and destroy you through your thoughts, through chargebacks that clients give you, through deaths in your life, through wrecks that you get in your car. But if you've built yourself on firm foundations, these storms will not even leave a dent in your life. In fact, it will give you more insight, more knowledge on better materials to prepare for the next storm. So I hope this was a challenge and a testimony to you. Once again, a year ago at college orientation, but I knew that's not where I was going to be. I did whatever it took to get here. And if I did it, guys, I promise you guys, I didn't get lucky in a sense. I just worked hard. I tuned out everything and I did whatever it took. So if I can do it, you can do it. I wish you guys the best. And if you made it this far, I truly wish you the best, because that means you truly want to be great. And if you made it this far, DM me on Instagram, because we got to talk. So I appreciate you guys. This was straight from the heart, no script. If you guys need anything, let me know in the comments. I've got a banger video that I'm about to make that's kind of like this. Less business, a little more personal. So if you haven't yet, subscribe, stick around for it, because it's going to be crazy. See you guys.